Okay, so in this video, we're gonna go ahead and build your 6X Beta 1 gym and home routine. So open up your Strong app and follow along. So again, going to the Start Workout tab at the bottom, you're going to select Create Routine, select Gym Routines, click Next, and off we go. So it's good to have a good naming system. Keep all your things organized. 6X Beta 1. This is going to be in the gym. Now we're ready to add your exercises. So the first exercise is going to be calf press and calf press on seated leg press, my favorite. Next exercise, back extension. You can select the one at the top. Now some gyms will also have the back extension machine. It's also a very good choice. Select back extension, also known as a lumbar extension. Now next exercise will be leg raise. Recommend the hanging leg raise. Select add. Okay, fourth exercise. Here's another example where you can create your own exercise, the hip thrust. But what I would do in this case is just create and select the hip thrust barbell. Now, I'm not going to actually do it with a barbell. I'm going to use the machine as I've demonstrated in my video. If you haven't seen it, you will soon. But select the barbell option, say add. That's your fourth exercise. Next, now move back onto two arms, tricep extension. And I prefer the cable tricep extension, as well as the cable bicep curl. Because you can do both exercises at the same station. And there you have it. Now remember, what's the common theme of all our routines? Keep this in mind. It's always going to be lower body exercise followed by 2 upper body exercises, just like here. So 1 lower body, 2 upper body, 1 lower body, and 2 upper body. 2 circuits per routine. Classic 10x. Let's click save. And let me show you how I would go about tracking it. So select it, say start workout. And here you go. I usually select about 90% of the weight for my leg press. I will select for my calf press on this leg press. So let's say it at 12. I move on to the next exercise. Back extension with the weight. Usually use a weight. Usually fail at 13. And remember, when you fail at 13, the goal is to get to 14. You get to 14, 2 workouts in a row. And now you're allowed to go up in weight, which would be 15 kg. Hanging leg raise, do that body weight, also do that fail at 13. Hip thrust, 70 kgs. You can actually see my previous numbers there. So here's a good example where I'd fail at 14 and I did 14 twice in a row. So now it's time to actually increase my weight. So I would actually go at 80 this time. And I will probably only hit failure at 12. Good. Tricep extension, 15, 12, until I get to 14, 20, 12. Clicks finish. And then you go. Say update values only. And there's your workout. Let me show you how to do the same. Creating the 6X Beta 1 routine at home. So again, I would click this, I would duplicate this result and go and edit it. Okay, so now all I have to go and change is this. Say it's home. Now we go and replace the exercises. It makes it easier to remember what your exercises are. So it's going to be calf press, but not on a machine, unless you have a calf press or leg press at home. You're going to use calf raise with dumbbell. Seated calf raise machine, standing calf raise dumbbell, excellent. Replace. Back extension, replace this with Superman. Cool. Hanging leg raise, you can keep this the same. Hip thrust, let's replace this one. So let's do hip thrust again. Body weight. Technically, I'm using a dumbbell, so let's keep it the same. So hip thrust, we know it's with dumbbells instead of a barbell. Tricep extension. So this is not, let's replace this one. It's going to be tricep kickbacks. Tricep extensions with dumbbell. There we go. And then bicep curl. Let's replace this one with barbell. Bicep curl, sorry, not barbell, dumbbell, obviously. Here we go. Bicep curl with dumbbell, and there you have it. Okay, so go ahead and let's save it. There's your routine. Let me show how it goes about tracking it. Let's say start workout. And okay, so this is a good example where, remember, you're doing a standing calf raise, one leg at a time. So let me show you how you track that. So let's say I did 25 kg, 12 reps. Now the other leg, I'll just do 25. So this would be 2 sets. Okay. Now imagine, let's say my right leg, I only made 11. Okay, so I would then go do 25 again and then just say 1. And I can add a note here. You can say add note, right leg, 11 reps. So you know which one you failed at. You can also pin the note so it's there for the next workout. Okay, that's how you do that as an example. Okay, move on to Superman. Let's say you failed at 14. Now remember guys, with the beta routines, we're not actually going to be tracking these routines in our spreadsheet because we're not so concerned about improving our power in this workout. It's more about going and providing the body or the very specific muscle groups with direct resistance. And of course, we're interested in, seeing improvement in these exercises, but the weight of importance in terms of improving your power is not as high on the beta routines. So you can take it a bit more easy. You're not as competitive with these workouts per se. So hanging leg raise, let's say 13. So why did I say that? So if you go to your Superman, let's say we go and let's say I did 15 reps, right? Now, with a Superman, you don't necessarily want to overload your Superman, right? With a weight vest or whatever. It's just simply enough to fail around, your 15th or 16th rep. Failure is good enough. Remember this, failure is good enough. You don't have to hit every muscle group at 12, even though that's a target, perfectly every time. This is especially true for your beta routines. The goal there is not to have the exact 60-second or 5-second per rep, 12 rep to failure formula for these exercises. It's still your aim, but you don't need to modify the exercises to overload them in the same way that you would with the alpha routines. Okay, so let's say I did a 25 kg dumbbell. Notice that I also use the same dumbbell for my starting calf raise I would use for my hip thrust. Again, watch the video to see how I do this. tricep extension, I go so light with these 5 kgs, 12. And again, remember, notice this. I'm doing with the calf raise, I'm doing one leg at a time. So I'm also spending a bit more time. And so now it's 2 minutes per set, 2 minutes per exercise here instead of 1. And it's going to be the same for tricep extension. So do 5, and let's say reach failure at 12. But for bicep curl, I'm going to do them at the same time. And so let's say I do 10 kgs for 12 reps. So that's 10 kgs per arm. So that's exactly how you would insert it, 20. And then click finish, and you're done. Say update values only, and there is your routine. And that's how you build and track your 6x beta routines, both at the gym and at home.